if they got something on the shelf that don't have an ingredients label on it,
That you have.
we can create an ordinance for that. To
Well,
sort of
if
help out
they've
with
got
the
a-
legislature.
KRS, we don't need an ordinance, they can go in and take it, I mean, he can.
What he's saying though is some of, they're changing it, the legislator is constantly
This
having to change
blue
it.
magic that she's talking about, Carl, it was called something else in
And they're now
2009.
taking the ingredients label off of it, so that when you
And then they
look at
changed the
it,
name of it.
you can't tell what
It's called
ingredients are in
dope
it.
something.
I don't know, if
So,
it's been on the news.
You know, I'm not saying we have to create something tonight.
That's
They just
Mikey
keep on
can
changing
research
it.
what
They just
they
keep on finding ways
got
to
on the
make it.
shelves that don't have an ingredients label, and we can create an ordinance for that.
It's bad, okay?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Friday morning when I came to work, the pastor from the Church of God called, I think it's Friday morning, it may have been Thursday morning, but anyways, there's a gentleman laying in his parking lot over there beside a four-wheeler, okay? And the picture he just showed me, I didn't know what it was then. I'll be honest, I mean, I feel kind of foolish now because I threw it in the garbage, but that picture, that says Mr. Smiley on it, he had that in his pocket, so that's probably what caused him to pass out in the parking lot.
And
He'd
On the
been
church parking lot.
Mr.
laying
Boggs,
there.
Can we regulate what they sell in the stores, I mean, by ordinance or anything?
Sure, you can, if you've gotta have a reason, and if your reason is that public health and safety, then if your reason is public health and safety, then you can place
And, you know,
regulations on it.
when I researched this too,
Same way
I
you
didn't
did with
just-
drug paraphernalia and some of that was.
That's correct,
products,
Mr.
but
Boggs.
for health and safety, same sort of rationale that you use for that. You could use that to ban things that didn't include ingredients and that were of, this nature. I mean, sure, they give them these interesting names, but still, if they just say it's herbal and things like that, you can.
the way I gathered my information was not only just researching, but we're talking church groups, talking to them, even drug court officials. I talked to them, and
They started testing for it in drug court, I can tell you that.
yes, Russell has started testing for it in drug court, so it can be tested for. It's an extra $60 to get the test. And
I always pick pictures, you've seen people in jail here in the last 2 months in drug court,
This
that's
was a
usually,
big
that's what
problem.
they've been sent to jail for.
that was the problem right here. And it shouldn't be, but we all know it's gonna be, but we gotta do something to help fight it. Our law enforcement, we gotta work with them to help fight this problem. Just allow someone to sell this stuff just because they can and change the name of it, it's not right. We can do something about it as a legislative body. So, I think Teresa's got a question for you, Carl.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, it is just like marijuana and cocaine because it impairs you the same way. The incense, they roll it up and smoke it just like marijuana. And it gives you whatever marijuana gives you. But they're just saying that it's the legal way to do it.
And you can imagine someone out here driving.
And they're
under the
still
influence of
impaired.
that. If they kill somebody, you're in a whole
We
different
ran
ballgame.
into people not on the, like I said, I don't know about the bath salts, we haven't had that epidemic kind of strike us, but now the packets of incense, and it's more of a, to my understanding, the marijuana type of, under the influence of marijuana and an LSD, like a hallucinogenic type of drug too, so it's caused people to cut themselves and self-mutilate, different things. It's not good stuff, I can tell you that.
That's like NyQuil, isn't it?
Would any of y'all like to see what these look like? You can pass them around among you if you want to see what it actually looks like. It's actually an eye opener.
Is there something that Mr. Boggs could work up for us so we can legal, and the legalities part to come up with something to, oh,
Yeah,
resolve?
we would have to get a legal opinion before we could,
Yeah,
prevent anybody from selling that, I think, unless it's an illegal drug. It sounds like it's an illegal drug.
well, now, Mr. Hurd was just now telling me about an incident on the interstate this morning.
I read in the paper, it was not long after they took this to the legislature that there was a lady who snorted this or whatever they do. And she was on the freeway out in western Kentucky and had 2 kids with her. She was running across the freeway on it. She was, out of her head. And one of the little kids was 3 or 4 years old, and it was even out of the car on the side of the road. You know, and I mean, this, you know, one of the big interstates running through there, so it's just,